Acts chapter 2. Acts chapter 2, starting at verse 41. Acts chapter 2, starting at verse 41. Acts chapter 2, starting at verse 41. And if you can, could you stand for reading of God's word, please? Acts chapter 2, starting at verse 41 from the HCSB version. So those who accepted this message were baptized, and that day about 3,000 people were added to them. And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to the prayers. Then fear came over everyone, and many wonders and signs were being performed through the apostles. Now all the believers were together and held all things in common. They sold their possessions and properties and distributed the proceeds to all, as anyone had a need. Every day they devoted themselves to meeting together in the temple complex and broke bread from house to house. They ate their food with a joyful and humble attitude, praising God and having favor with all the people. And every day the Lord added to them those who were being saved. May God add a blessing to the reading, hearing, and doing of his word. Let us pray. Gracious Father, I thank you for a chance to speak to your people. God, I pray now that you move me out of the way. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be accepted in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Amen. Again, I want to remind us that we want to be prayerful for joint heirs and the congregation with the passing of their first lady. It's a huge blow, but God knows what he's doing. And it's funny when you're younger, you hear people say that, and you say, I don't care what God is doing, does he really know what he's doing? Yeah, at the end of the day, he really does. He does. He does know exactly what he's doing. And I think this text that I picked to preach from today, it was kind of a combination. I've been preaching the last sermon I preached an unhindered gospel, and I was talking about how we need to be all things to all people without losing who we are. That's right. Not losing our principles, not worrying about what people have to say, but be our true, authentic self. There's nothing in the world worse than not being you. That's right. And I told you when I spoke for a gentleman, distinguished gentleman for the Roseville High School, and my main message to them was, always be a first class you and not a second class somebody else. It's so important that we hold on to who we are. And last week, Pastor Blunson talked about we're blessed. We're blessed. Being blessed is not about what we have, even though some people put that as criteria. But we're blessed because we're blessed. We're blessed because we're children of the King. And because we're his children, we're blessed. And in spite of what it looks like, we're still blessed. That's right. And so I was confronted by a coworker with something that I told them in private, and they brought it to the workplace. And their response hurt me, because in their response, they made some assumptions. And so I thought about the state of the church. People come to church not being perfect. We also come to church with a past. Amen. I know all of y'all live the holy, without blemish life all your life. So you don't have any things that may trip you. You may not even have any habits that may seemingly be ungodly. And that's one thing that I love about our church, because we really role model the message today. Because some of the testimonies, some of y'all may have been, because I did that. Y'all know what that means? Yeah, yikes. Ooh, for real. snapshot? Because y'all, we need to pay attention to what goes on in church.
That's right.
So let me just talk a little bit about the text, Miss Netta. Let's talk a little bit about it. So if you go let's go to Acts chapter 1, verse 8. He tells the disciples before he ascends to heaven to tarry in the city of Jerusalem till you be endued with power from on high.
Yes.
So he told them to wait. Wait on something that's going to empower you to do great works. That's what he was trying to tell them. But I got to go back to my Father, but I'm going to send something down here for you that's going to help you. In chapter 2, at the beginning of chapter 2, we had one of the greatest things that ever happened. We had the formation of the church. And with the formation of the church, the power of the Holy Spirit comes to the upper room where there's 120 people sitting, waiting. So now they're empowered to do great works. Amen. And the miracle of that was they was all speaking in different tongues. They were able to talk to each other. Actually, they were praising God in each other's language. Right. Isn't that amazing? Yes. How God was starting to manifest himself in the church. I believe that was the first place that we can understand what understanding means. Yes. Let me keep trying to preach this. And they go on, and now Peter, who at the end of Luke, Matthew, Mark, and John has denied Christ 3 times. Yes, sir.
Yes.
He had a past.
Yes, he did.
Walk with him.
Yes.
Then he denied him. Yes. Oh, y'all don't hear me talking about it. Then he got back with him after the Holy Spirit came upon him. Yeah. Y'all don't hear me. He began to preach the gospel, and as he preached the gospel, people were beginning, they believed and they were baptized, and over 3,000 people joined the church. Right. Now we get to verse 41, and they start talking about a formula to help the church grow. They worshiped together, and they broke bread together, and they interacted with each other, and they had all things in common. Preach. Pastor Allison cannot handle her husband's situation by herself. She has to come to a place. Yes. Why does she rush to the house of God? It's so funny that I told somebody this morning, I said, this weather gonna slow some people up. It's sleeting and it's snowing and it's got cold. You know how we do. Man, we get fickle. We want to have an all-weather God when it comes to us being blessed. But we don't always have an all-weather praise or worship. Yes. Worship. We got to get to the house because there is healing at the house. There's healing because we are supposed to bear one another's burdens. Having everything in common. Amen. Anissa can't handle her situation by herself. No. She needs us to help. Amen. Gail can't handle every situation by herself. She needs our help. Miss Kipper can't handle, as quiet as she is, can't handle every situation by herself. What are you saying, Pastor? I can go and put my hand on everybody's shoulder in the house and say, you can't handle it by yourself. You need to have a healthy place to go, to release, to talk about, to express, to overcome all your stuff. But our attitude sometimes is not understanding. And I'm like, God, why you keep putting these people in my life? I was so mad, and I'm not the type of person, maybe I'm not, y'all have to help me, but I don't think I'm the type of person to think I'm so holier than thou that I can't do anything wrong. But I am a shepherd. And being a shepherd, some people should put me in a different category for you to talk to me like I'm a little kid and I'm a novice and I don't know what it means to live for Christ. So I definitely got big attitude. And trust has been broken forever. I know some of y'all gonna say, gee, now you gonna tell me to trust people but you? Well, y'all have to just pray for me. Because sometimes people don't understand that their response could crush it for everybody. Amen. We have to be wise on how we respond to people who are hurting in the church. Amen. Our response could keep people out of church forever. I got a text from my sister this morning because her best friend in high school, boyfriend, got killed in an auto accident. The result of that was that Kim called her to talk to her, to say, I'm praying for you. She went back to when they was out of high school, and she was married to her husband. Kim's husband got mad at Kim's friend and accused them of being lesbians. Y'all don't hear me talking. Wow. This is over. Chris is 25, 26 years old. She been holding on to all that anger and hate and resentment. But guess what? She been preaching. She been speaking in tongues. She been going to church. She been doing ministry. But now a situation has happened, and now she's going back because she's not really healed. Why do you even bring that up, G? Because some of us, we are wounded healers, and we don't have to be wounded healers because we're holding on to stuff for so long because we can't trust people in the church. Amen. Preach it. The text says we had everything in common. Yes. What I believe that is saying is this. If your kids couldn't go to college, for whatever the reason was, we still got to pray that Cheo gets a scholarship and go to college. Amen. Amen. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Yes. Just because it didn't happen to you, that don't mean you got to throw shade on everybody else. Are we going to be the church? Yes. Everything in common says, I want Rosalind to make the best of her empty nest years. I don't want to be jealous because I got grandkids and great-grandkids living in my house. All this hater stuff. All these little things that we should not be worried about. Our goal, I believe in the church, is that everybody prosper. Amen. Everybody in your church is prospering. That we're not getting tripped up by situations. Amen. But I believe that happens because we don't know each other. You can't get to know somebody just by Sunday morning worship. That's true. That's true. Amen. Yeah, it's a method to this sermon, I believe. God needs us as a body to be more connected. Yes. I'm so glad. Brother and Sister Hill, y'all don't really understand what y'all doing. Having Bible study in your community room, in your space. Man. Serena don't really understand what she's doing. I'm a believer that our ministry is way bigger than just these four walls. That's true. It's way bigger than that. And you can't have a small vision for your ministry. Because your ministry, whatever it is bigger than these four walls. You have to make sure you see yourself bigger than just this little finite church. Your influence, your impact is bigger than just this church. But you need to have impact in your church. When we are in each other's presence, it should be life-giving. Say it. Right. Amen. Say it. Amen. What do you mean? I can't ever have a sad story? You're supposed to have a sad story. Yes. Not all the time. Say it. And this and that all the time. But you may be in seasons. church to be empowered. And so bring everybody. I don't believe God works like this. Everybody can't come to church sick.
You're right. Amen.
Somebody got some medicine.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because if we don't have one person that has any medicine, we need to shut down.
All right. Amen.
I'm serious.
You're right. You're right.
Don't come here and everybody's sick and we contaminating everybody.
Go ahead now.
That's a sick church.
Yes.
We're not going to be a sick church.
Amen.
And sometimes you have to hold it up. That's what having everything in common means. When everybody else's faith is shot, you got to hold it up for everybody. And because you got a great big old God living on the inside of you, you can't do that. You can hold it up for the whole congregation.
Yes.
Because I believe God is looking for somebody to stand in the gap and intercede for his people. That's our job. That's what Peter was trying to tell the church. And the church, they added to the church daily. People join the church daily. So what does that say? Oh, that was in that dispensation. That was in that time frame. Ain't no 3,000 people getting ready to join the church. Okay, if you have a limited view of who God is,
Amen.
you don't have to have a mega church. I tell you what, we're doing some outreach by having these Bible studies in different places.
Yeah.
We're doing outreach by having a school in the Boys and Girls Club. You know why that's wisdom? You know why that's unhindered gospel? Because some people not coming in the church because of us. So they're going to meet us on some level ground.
That's right.
But you're going to have to know how to flow on the level ground.
Right.
Y'all know how we do?
Yeah.
You going in the apartment building. Praise the Lord! Praise the Lord! The Lord is good. His mercy endures forever. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges. What? I got it. Ruth. I got it. What? First and Second Samuel, First and Second Kings, Second Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther. What? I guess Job come after Esther. Job, Psalm, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. Y'all didn't know. Come on, everybody gonna finish it out? Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Daniel, Ezekiel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk. Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Shut it down. I can do all that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. So what? If I can't minister to somebody who's smelling like alcohol, what good is that? All them religious gymnastics. Yeah, I know the doctrine of salvation and atonement. And I know what all that stuff. So what? Can you love me when I step on you and I step on your toe?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Come on. We got to get to another level.
Yes.
And we're going to do it. We're already doing it. I'm going to end on Laverne. When Laverne started coming to the church, you know what he told me? He said, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not a church person. It's true. I ain't a church person. So I'm going to tell you that. He said, all I'm interested in is getting you to support me. I ain't thinking about a church. Is that what you said?
Tell the truth. That's all right.
I said, cool. I ain't worried. That's cool. What I know. You keep fooling with me. Keep on fooling with me. I ain't gonna force the Bible on it. I ain't quoting no scriptures. Not speaking in tongues. I ain't calling it. Yeah. Come to the church. want to join your church, and I want to join. You tell him.
I said this is a man I can follow.
That's what he said.
This is a man I can follow.
That's what he said.
Amen. Amen.
You know, I don't want that kind of pressure, but I like that. You gotta be able to handle the pressure. Bigger than that, though, he said he wanted to join the church, and he came visiting with one agenda. To help Urban Pride, to help us do some community work to stop gun violence.
Amen.
And we are aware enough as a church to understand we got to stop gun violence.
Yeah.
And we know that's important, and we're willing to get behind that.
Yes.
But see, in the meantime, and in between time, he didn't just interact with me. He interacted with you all.
Amen.
And once we get that a pastor does not keep people in the pews, we'll be all right.
Amen.
I don't keep people in the, y'all do.
Yes.
A church is about the relationships that are built while they're there.
Yes. Say it.
The remedy is in the text. They ate and they fellowship daily. They had everything in common. Oh, let me say the last thing they did. They brought all their goods to the middle of the room. I'm paraphrasing. So if you needed some bread, somebody brought some bread, you got the bread. Guess what? Didn't nobody say, dang, she ain't got no bread and he ain't got no bread in the house. If somebody grabbed a whole big old gobble of stuff, you just say, dang, what they doing with their money? They not saving it? No, they said, because we got everything in common, take whatever you need and we gonna get some more stuff. That's what church is. That's what church is. You can depend on your people.
Yes.
When you need a meal,
Say that.
Amanda locks it up and we bring food.
Yes.
We do that well.
Yes.
That's ministry.
Yes.
People are watching how we take care of each other. That's ministry. So don't worry about some of these tough testimonies that you hear. I'm glad there's an environment that we can take them.
That's right.
That somebody feels comfortable enough to say, my marriage is in trouble. Or my kids are acting up. Or I'm having a hard day. Feel like cussing somebody out. Good.
Yes.
Because some of us hold that stuff in.
Yes.
So somebody has to role model
Yes. Yes.
appropriate
Yes.
expression. Because what it does is this, it normalizes the Christian experience so you don't think you crazy when you're knocking somebody's head off. If the pastor said he feel like knocking people's head off, and I do feel like that, yes. That may say, okay, maybe, but I don't do it. I don't mean I don't feel it. And guess what? It's a difference. Y'all know in the Bible, I don't want to get out deep, but you know, if you lust after that person, you've already committed to sin. That's one level. Because going on with the act is another level. Wanting to punch somebody is a level, but if I connect and knock their head off, that's another level. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know, I'm teaching, I'm trying to help us understand. I'm not trying to condone evil thoughts.
Amen.
But some of us are more inclined to have a temper.
Amen.
Some of us are more easygoing. Some of us are more prone to cuss people out. Some of us are more prone to let it go. Woo! Hey, Pastor, the anointing say,
I'll say that.
tell you what, pretty good. You just messed up. That's okay. I met because some of y'all know I'm telling the truth. but we gonna grow. We're growing. We're gonna grow. That's what Luke was trying to help us see as he's talking to us in Acts. Let's get ready to bring people in here. Laverne is a prime example of what we can do for people who have one agenda. Really. You want to work with church, but I don't want to be part of the church. That's what he said. And all the reason I'm highlighting that because so many people have that attitude. They want to do stuff with the church and they don't want to be part of it because the church is so janky. Let's not make the church be janky. Let it be legit. Let it be a place that I know I can come and I don't have to be perfect. So I can get in where I fit in and I can use the gift that God has fit me with. And I don't have to be like a chameleon and change colors to fit in. I can be my own authentic self. And everybody's going to accept that. We don't put any hierarchy. The usher is just a place to do anything. And that's not important. Okay. Cleaning the church is not important. Okay. Y'all, it all works together. It all works to build God's kingdom. And it all gives people opportunity to do His work. Let's pray. God, I thank you for a chance to preach to your people. God, I thank you for what you've called us to do. Let us be the church.
Yes.
And being the church is hard work. It's probably harder being in church than it is faking church. All these things that we feel like we have to do. God, clean us up. Clean our traditional minds up. That we will have a mind that's relative, that's life-giving, that we can build your kingdom. I thank you for this time. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. If you want prayer, this is your time. Come on, pastors.